Hello Tuggers! This is video 2 that we're creating on help and information about the TUG website and what TUG has to offer for owners. This particular video is going to cover the 4 main parts of TUG and everything, the information provided for all timeshare owners, whether they be members or non-members, that TUG has to offer and help to better enhance your timeshare ownership or whatever you happen to be looking to do with your timeshare, being it buy, sell, rent, exchange, or just get common advice and information about your timeshare. So to quickly get started, you can see we're on the TUG2.com homepage. You can just type in TUG2.com to any web browser. It'll take you to this page. This will provide you navigation to all of the different sections of TUG. As you can see, this menu bar that goes across the top of the page that will indeed let you navigate to any of the individual sections on TUG. We're going to concentrate on the 4 main ones, which you can see here in the paragraph section here in the center, which are resorts and reviews, Timeshare Marketplace, discussion forums, and free timeshare advice articles. Again, these are the 4 main key points that any timeshare owner would benefit from in finding TUG, and we provide these for as easy navigation here on the home page. Just as a quick overview, the resorts and reviews obviously are going to be where you find the ratings of timeshare resorts, as well as the ability to read individual reviews for the timeshare owners is provided for timeshare resorts. Going next to the timeshare marketplace, this is where all the classified ads for timeshares are going to be placed, whether it's for sale, for rent, want to buy, direct exchange ads, everything listed here in the timeshare marketplace. Third option here for the discussion forums, this is going to take you to the TUGBBS forums. This is where literally at the making of this video, 73,000+ timeshare owners and experts who all gather to converse about timeshares, give advice, help owners, ask questions, any and every question you could possibly have about your timeshare resort, buying, selling, renting, exchanging, resort geographical locations. Everything is answered and discussed here on the forums. And lastly, our free timeshare advice section, which provides information, advice articles. There's more than 100 free timeshare advice articles that any owner can access. Any member, non-members, they're all open to the public, answering basically the most common questions that we get here on TUG, as written by timeshare owners for timeshare owners. So to get started in a little more detail, we're going to go into the resorts and reviews section, and clicking on that, you can either click on the link. I'm going to actually open it up in a new tab just to make things a little bit easier. As you see here, it's loaded all of our top timeshare resorts as voted by the timeshare owners who have submitted reviews for these resorts for other owners to read. And as you can see, it's rated in numerical fashion, scale of 1 to 10, obviously 10 being the best and 1 being the lowest. And you can see the free ratings of these resorts scrolling down here on the right. Let's see, our highest resort here is Four Seasons Residence Club. That's rated 9.7 out of 10, which is absolutely staggering. Very, very nice resort. As you can see, that every owner who has stayed there has thought so as well. So very, very simple layout here to actually navigate into this section. It's clicking on the links to view the information about these resorts. You can see pictures, you can see the ratings, address, phone number. You can actually go directly to that resort website. You can watch a video for that particular resort, read the basic overview and information about the resort, links to the timeshare discussion forums that would talk about specific information about this resort. Anything and everything that you want to navigate, you can go through the left-hand sidebar to actually see reviews or classified ads that individuals who have posted for sale or for rent ads, wish ads, sales history for these particular resorts. Here's where you can go to upload photographs. If you have photos from this resort that you would like to share with everyone else, you can do them directly here on the website. Send owners questions or information asking them about their stay, things like that. You can actually send messages to individual TUG members who have stayed at this resort and are willing to answer questions about it for you. If you find anything wrong with any of our pages here on TUG, it needs to be updated, whether it's the phone number, information, description, anything, you can send us a message right here on the page. Also write a review, and a very, very helpful feature here is the resort topic section. Clicking on this link will actually bring up every single discussion on our forums about this particular resort, so you can actually quickly and easily find owners who are talking about this resort right here on TUG and get more information and everything that you're looking for on these resorts. And this link is available on each and every resort page so that you can quickly access it and find this information at your fingertips at any time. Going back to the timeshare marketplace, probably one of the most popular sections of TUG. Now that we've implemented the marketplace, this new version of the marketplace in 2008, we have almost $23 million in completed resale and rental listings. That's not just posted ads. These are people who have actually come back and specifically marked their timeshares as sold or rented. So this is completed listings. These are successful resale and rentals from ads posted here on TUG. So clicking on the marketplace, I'm also going to open up a new tab for this as well. As you can see, breaks down the number of current ads posted in the marketplace, and it's very, very important to note that TUG is unlike any other site on the internet in terms of the marketplace, where every single ad on TUG is current within the past 90 days. There are no old ads on TUG. Ads are not posted for their entirety like you'll find on many websites. We could have hundreds of thousands of ads posted if we never expired ads or let them run forever, because owners just many times simply just don't come back and update them if there's no reminder or information to do so. So each one of these 4,027 ads posted right now are all current and were posted by their owners within the last 90 days. You can see we break down our marketplace into a variety of different categories. We have our timeshares for sale and timeshares for rent in the first section, and you can browse by individual resort region. So for example, you want to look for rentals in Hawaii or Mexico or Canada, simply clicking on these links will take you right to these pages, and so you can browse and access each and every one of these ads. Note that membership is not required to access all of these ads. You can browse the ads, you can actually contact members about their ad directly through the marketplace without paying a dime. TUG Marketplace is free to browse, free to contact members. The only reason membership would be required is if you wanted to actually post an ad. So each and every one of these ads posted are by paying members here on TUG. So you definitely get your money's worth in terms of joining the membership and the ability to post ads. But if you're just looking for timeshares for sale or for rent, TUG is absolutely the place to go because it doesn't cost you a dime to actually browse and navigate our marketplace. Second two categories, super popular is our bargain basement. Ads here, all $500 or less for sale, meaning each one of these marketplace ads are being listed by their owners for under $500. And in many cases, they're giving it away for absolutely free. You're welcome to browse these ads just like any others. Contact the members, take over someone's timeshare. We always advocate buying a resale over retail, and you're simply not going to find a better value than our bargain basement section because, again, most of these timeshares are absolutely being given away completely free. The exchange section, these are owners who have posted their ads. They're looking to trade, direct trade one owner to another. They've listed all of the timeshares that they own. They list what they're looking for, and many times owners find that they find matches, and the system will automatically match up your ad to other ads in the marketplace and notify you when you have a match available so that you can contact that TUG member and you guys can trade your timeshares 100% free. There's no fee involved whatsoever with direct exchanges on TUG. People are trading with other members, so it's a one-on-one trade, no fees involved whatsoever, and it's a great way to do exchanges for zero cost. The last two sections you'll see is the buy wish and rent wish ads. These are the want sections. These are all ads posted by individuals who want to buy a timeshare or want to rent a timeshare, meaning that they're putting what they're looking to buy or they're looking to rent in hopes that owners who have items to sell or have items to rent out to other owners will see these ads and contact those members and offer to satisfy those want to rent and want to buy ads. So it's a great place for people with points that don't have specific weeks at specific resorts. You can actually browse these rent wish ads and determine which owners have demands for rentals that you can fulfill with your points. And you can work with them, reserve that week, and get those points rented out or get that individual week rented out and save some or all of your maintenance fees by renting out your timeshare for that year. Last part about the marketplace, you have the ability to search classified ads. We'll have a separate video on detailing the search feature, the ability to place new classified ads, look at all of your existing ads, information on how to post an ad, all our advice articles on how to sell and how to rent your timeshare. Basically, across the left-hand side, you'll see the major key points of anyone looking to buy, sell, rent, trade, and get information about selling or about that timeshare would be available here on the left-hand side. It's just a quick and easy navigation link along the left-hand side. So going back to section 3 are the discussion forums. Absolutely the most popular place on TUG. The discussion forums from TUG, this is how TUG started. Back in '93, it basically started on a Prodigy internet bulletin board, and then that's why TUGBBS exists. It stands for Bulletin Board System. It is literally how TUG was founded more than 20 years ago, and it still exists today, obviously in a much more modern format. But there are tens of thousands of owners, all on this forum. Every single discussion, every single comment, every single topic related to timesharing, buying, selling, renting, individual resort systems, individual resorts themselves. All of this information is shared here on the forums. Forums are 100% free and open to the public. You can register at any time, whether you're a TUG member or not. Obviously, it's something we suggest that all TUG members who join TUG participate on the forums, but it's certainly optional. But many people just want to come and find information about their timeshares or about information about timeshares. And you can see these forums are extremely popular with tens of thousands of threads and hundreds of thousands of posts. In most all of these forums, there's information on buying, selling, exchanging. Newbies who think that they have a question that might be something very simple, but they just really want an answer to. All of that gets asked and answered here on the forums. If you're an owner of Hilton, Marriott, Starwood, Wyndham, Disney, Diamond Resorts, Worldmark, all of you have your individual sub-forums where owners of those resorts can share information and ask questions, and you can see some of these are extremely popular forums. Whereas the Marriott system with hundreds of thousands of individual posts and thousands of owners discussing all information about Marriott timeshares. We also have sections for individual regions of the world. So if you're looking to visit these areas, you can get tips and advice on your vacation stay or things to do in these locations and so on and so forth that aren't resort specific but are more area specific. And this is why there's things like Florida and West Coast and Hawaii and things like that, so that you can go through and basically see all of these tips and tricks over years and years that people have been posting this information and make the most of your vacation should you be going there for the first time, especially going to international vacations. People may or may not have visited there before, and in things like Canada and going to Mexico for the first time and going to Europe and so on and so forth. And it's just invaluable information for traveling to these sections of the world. But again, as I remind you, the TUGBBS forums are free and open to the public. You do not have to pay a dime to access the TUG forums. You do not have to pay a dime to register and participate on the TUG forums. Always is and always will be free and open to the public. If you want to register and participate on the forums, there's a link at the top of the page. You're welcome to do so at any given time. In the last section, my personal favorite section are our free timeshare advice articles. When looking at timeshare advice, we basically get a number of questions day in and day out, over and over again. And many of these advice articles are specifically detailed answers to these questions. The most common one we get every single day is how do I sell my timeshare? Or I need to sell my timeshare. How do I do that? And as you see here in big bold print, it is the very first one that we have listed, is how to sell your timeshare and avoid being scammed. That's not to say that there aren't literally 100 plus other timeshare advice articles here that answer almost every question any timeshare owner has possibly had on TUG over the past 20 years. The most common ones obviously listed at the top. All of these are 100% free and open to the public. You're welcome to access these, print them out for your parents. Any way you want to get this information into the eyes of another timeshare owner is perfectly fine with us. TUG is all about sharing information, helping timeshare owners, giving them the information they need so that they don't either get ripped off or make a mistake that costs them tens if not much more thousands of dollars in the buying, selling, renting, trading, whatever of a timeshare. All of these questions are written by timeshare owners for timeshare owners. So you're not going to find a bunch of complicated jargon and extremely complex legal mumbo jumbo. These are written by owners to answer specific questions that more likely than not these owners had themselves and asked many years ago, or asked recently and had it answered, and the answer was so good that we turned it into an advice article so that anyone can access that and read these articles at any given time. So as you can see, these what are timeshare maintenance fees, history of timesharing, individuals who actually don't even own houses anymore, but they actually stay in timeshares 52 weeks out of the year. Planning calendars, our timeshare glossary, a lot of common acronyms and abbreviations that are foreign to people who are new to the timeshare industry, or even old salts in the timeshare industry that may not be current on some of the jargon these days. You can see that you could scroll for days in these timeshare advice articles. Cold hard facts about selling your timeshare, which talks about resale pricing, how to sell your timeshare, main reason you can't sell your timeshare, what is right of first refusal, I've been scammed, how can I retaliate. As you can see, these are very common questions that timeshare owners have and ask us every single day, that we do our best to physically write an article that answers that single question. And so when we get these questions, we can refer them to these online advice articles. They can easily access the information or easily pass it on to the person that they're asking for. As in many cases, the people that call and ask are siblings or children, and they're trying to help out their parents, or even vice versa. And so it's great that they can be able to send them a link through email, or take a screenshot or print it out and mail it to them if they don't happen to have a computer. However you want to use this information, as long as it's going for the education of timeshare owners, we're perfectly 100% behind that. So that pretty much covers the four main sections of TUG. Again, just a quick recap. We have our resorts and reviews, or ratings and reviews section of all our timeshare resorts. The marketplace, where all the classified ads are posted for sale or for rent. The TUGBBS discussion forums, where any and all timeshare questions get answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have a question, I can promise you it'll get answered here on the forums, completely free for you. And the free advice articles, where literally the most common questions and the most important topics regarding any and all timeshare owners have been made into advice articles, or have been written to benefit timeshare owners to answer these questions with solid, unbiased advice. All of our advice articles are 100% free and open to the public. We suggest that you read them all, as information, knowledge is power, as we say just about everywhere on the TUG website, and you cannot possibly have enough timeshare information if you're an owner, whether you're looking to maximize your timeshare vacation dollar, whether you're looking to sell your timeshare, whether you're looking to buy a new timeshare. These advice articles, the forums, the marketplace, and the resort and reviews database are absolutely crucial to you being a very happy timeshare owner and accomplishing the goals that you're looking forward to do with your timeshare. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll definitely have some more that will discuss each of these features in much greater detail to allow that, but I just wanted this overview to be created. This is something that we're going to provide for all new members so that they have a great graphical overview presentation of what Timeshare Users Group offers to any timeshare owners. Have a great day.